cause that like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one point to God. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphin starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29. Yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Waiting! Let's go one more!
Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. Waiting. 6-5-7. All day, baby. All day.
On first down, Wentz. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Here we go. Pac-Man. Waiting. 5-7.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Interesting decision. I could see if you're on the 1-yard line, push it in, you're at home, but I don't know from this distance.
How far would you push it? 2-yard line, 3-yard line? Because we're beyond the 4. So this is what we're talking about now. This is a long way. And I know it's a disappointment to come away without getting a touchdown after that drive. But how about coming away with no points by going for it, not getting it? Bring out the field goal kicker, get 3, and move on.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Check. Corner.
22 jet bomber.
They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
They can't hang with us.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9.
He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice gain.
53. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Hey, quarter. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Hey, orbit.
53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Open man, it's Preston Williams. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
That throw is not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Rosen to his tight end, Gesicki. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's our time. It's our time.
Middle.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he goes out right around the 39. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Mike, 47. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Alert. 80 weapon.
Show it in.
Monday.
Toss play to Balaj. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 31. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
All right, here we go.
They'll run here with Balaj. And
not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Mike 47. All day. All day. He's crazy. He's checking crap.
They run it with Balaj. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 22, Rosen to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. That his first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw is Wentz. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Wentz to throw again. And Sanders has got it complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, it's Wentz. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Hey, Alpha.
To throw again on second down. Rosen has got it to Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Balaj. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make
is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Here's Rosen to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10.
Kill. Tighten up. Monday. Check hot route.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Melange. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ricky.
To throw is Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Rosen. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's complete to Graham. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Slam. Alert. is the mic. 53 is the smooth. Defense wins championships, baby.
Here's Rosen. Got his man. It's Williams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Rosen now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Waiting.
57 Mike. You ready, me?
Yes.
Let's go, baby. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, we heavy on you?
Kill.
57.
What's that?
Working from the gun, Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Mike 49. Man out. Check 26.
Middle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
I'm trying to collect. Sponge.
Hey, alert. Hug.
Now Rosen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Check 99. Check nickel.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. But now it's 3rd and goal.
When that works, your offensive coordinator looks like a genius. When it doesn't, it leaves folks saying, what are you doing? Down here, I'd rather have my tailback running off tackle than something off the radar like this.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. On the toss, here's Balaj. They got 8 yards out of it, but they're still left with a 4th and goal from a ways out.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 29-yard attempt.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The catch made by Hopkins. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now they try the right side here. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
Now Wentz. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Wentz now on first down. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Rosen. This is caught by Williams. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Haywood!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
Go!
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. Preston Williams, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
To throw again on second down. Rosen. Man open. It's Goodwin. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
1st and 10 at the 45.
Rosen to throw again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. A play fake to Balaj. Now Rosen. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on second down. Wentz. That's complete, I think, a Whiteside.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Here's Wentz to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Got a man. He finds Sanders. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, they seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line.
61, match box, white.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been a man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Alexander. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Miami, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, there will be no perfect season here as the win streak to start the year ends at 11. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.